Welcome to another exciting episode of the $1 Million Peddlers. I'm Papergoy.
And I, Mr-Magazine.
Nice. Again, we want to apologize. We had some more technical issues. We're going to have Random Neighborhood come by. If for some reason we freeze up in the middle, just treat it like a podcast, and we're troubleshooting the problems, not as we speak, but we are troubleshooting. Mr. Magazine.
Yes.
Coming up shortly. I don't want to give a number because I don't know when exactly this is going to post, but I'm going to be retiring.
Mm-hmm.
And you said something in a recent video about, I listen, about when your employees are there and what they should be listing, and sometimes they get fixated on a pile of slow or a fast listing but slow moving comic books and that kind of thing, versus you'd rather have them list something or other else that may move slower, may be worth more, or take more time to list, et cetera, et cetera. I'm going to be retiring.
Okay.
I'm going to guess 50,000 items unlisted. I think that's actually probably low.
Yeah.
It's probably, thank you.
If you include comics, you're probably closer to 75 or even more.
Now, there's going to be some things that I'm going to wholesale. They will be wholesale, but I'm going to get rid of them in bulk over on eBay or on Whatnot. So there will be some of those items as well. But so I go through a bunch of boxes and I find a bunch of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Given my situation, should I go for listing a lot of lower price things that list quickly, or should I go for getting the projects out of the way?
Well, so what I tell my employees first, I go, I understand you get burnt out.
Okay.
So I always say, list, when you punch in, get situated, get your computer up, look around, go for the most expensive stuff in your room. Nothing that's going to take forever, but something that's, hey, there's a quick 20, there's a quick 30, quick 50, whatever. Easy enough stuff where you can list 15, 20 in an hour, decent, whether it's eBay or Amazon. Then if you're burnt out by the end of the day, a couple hours before you're going to leave or an hour before you're going to leave, take the box of comics out and knock them out, because you can do 30 in an hour. You don't have to take the pictures, and the price are going to be $7 to $20 or whatever. But get the better stuff out of the way. I feel, in my opinion, we're getting older. We should be stepping it up, and we shouldn't be listing riffraff. $5, $10 stuff. You as well. So like if you have $50 books that take 5 or 10 minutes to list, I would be listing the more expensive stuff. Because if you don't list them now and you're going to work till you're 70, are you going to list them then? Like at what point? Because you're going to have more stuff. So I always say list the better stuff, the more expensive stuff. Obviously, then you're not going to keep in your collection. And then you're going to have more money coming in with that mindset, meaning every day, if you're starting at $100 items and at the end of the day you're down to 10, and then the next day it's the same thing, you're going to have more sales down the road than you will by starting at the $5 items and maybe getting to the 50 and hundreds. Because you have so many of those cheap ones,
My only question for you on that is the fact that when I'm saying hammering out the listings, I'm talking about not every day, obviously, but like I did with the Star Log, where I listed on Amazon something like 120 or 110 or whatever it was in 2 hours.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm talking I was going at a rapid pace.
Yeah.
It cleans up a room a lot faster doing that. I guess that's the other side of it is
it cleans up this room, but it doesn't clean up the room you're storing it in.
Right, well, it would be storing out of the way. Right, it would be storing out of the way, though, so.
Because it's just going from one space to another. I get what you're saying, but, maybe do it where certain days when you feel more uppity and you're more focused, do the expensive hard stuff. And other days where like you get up, you're like, I don't feel like taking 30 Bibles and I gotta look at the condition and this and that and therapy. All right, let me go with the Star Logs thing. Just knock out comics. So maybe you're a Friday guy where, hey, thank God it's Friday. I don't want to work as long. Just knock out easy stuff all day on a Friday. Monday starts. So you're kind of like decreasing your stuff as you go on. Whatever works for you. But you have such a wide variety of stuff. I would definitely pick certain days and doing that then if that's the case.
That's actually a good idea. I'm actually glad that I asked you and very, very surprised. Pleasantly surprised. But no, you're right, though. I was kind of thinking in my head I was going to have the weekends be my Whatnot setup days. Mm-hmm. In other words, I start listing on a Monday, we'll just say, And as I grab a box, oh, this is good for whatnot, this is good for whatnot, this is good for whatnot.
Yeah.
Throw those items off on the side on one of 3 piles, be it a book, be it a magazine, or be it a ephemera.
Yeah.
And then Saturday, get those auctions up on whatnot.
Right.
And not list as much on eBay on the weekends as far as that stuff goes. So I've got a week's worth of accumulation, and then on Saturdays I do that, and so on. When I was even thinking maybe making one day be a Amazon day, and then that kind of thing as well. So I think you're right. Patterns are pretty important.
Or if you have a shorter day, make the shorter day Etsy and a Libris or whatever. The
Biblio, yeah. Yeah, no, because I see both sides of it. But again, imagine if I were able to get, we're sitting there with, 20 comic boxes behind me. Imagine if I were able to get all those listed in a month or 2 months or whatever it was. Yeah. The downside of that, of course, is that would be all that I'd be listing for 2 months, which then would hurt sales in other categories.
That's the problem. Like I tell my comic guy, he's great with comics. I try to give him better stuff. Say, hey, get these on, and then the other stuff that's like $5 to $15. Because eventually, we're averaging more comics a day now since we've been doing it 5 years ago or 10 years ago. We used to sell 1 or 2 a day. Now we're selling 10 to 15. Probably 10's a good average, 12, but still, some are 15, $20. So the point is, the more you get on, the more you're going to sell. But you don't want to throw your eggs in one basket and just have comics listed for a month, like you said. No sales will come in. So
right.
Do the better ones, and then if you feel like an hour of knocking out, hey, I got this short box, I can probably do it in an hour or two. Then knock that out once or twice a month.
Yeah, so comment down below. Let me know with my impending retirement how I should end up working that out. Kind of curious as to what your thoughts are about that. If you could hit the like button as well, we would definitely appreciate that. And we will see you next video.
Take care. Bye-bye.